So if you're just tuning in, we're going to start with some hamstring stretches on our back. So if you want to grab a towel or a strap or something to be able to enable those, feel free. And we will come on to our backs when you're ready. Feel free to take any shape that feels good here. So it can be Supta Baddha, soles of the feet together, knees wide. You could lay flat out Shavasana style. Or tent the knees in towards each other, just somewhere where you can kind of feel the length of your spine. Relax into the mat. And just start to bring some ease into your breath, and into this posture. And if this is the first chance you've really had today to check in with yourself, then do that now. Just scan through your body, take a few breaths to notice how you feel physically, mentally, emotionally. And check in with your energy levels. Decide which type of practice you want this to be tonight. One where you give a little bit more effort and find your edge. One where you back off maybe and bring a little more ease into your practice. See if you can let the back of the head rest a little heavier. Soften the shoulders, the muscles along your neck and your jaw. And deepen your breath, let it fill all the way down to the belly. As you exhale, release all that breath out. Take a few more breaths like that. Inhale, fill all the way up. Exhale, let it go. And then if your legs are extended or your knees are wide, just go ahead and plant your feet on the mat for a moment. Grab your strap or your towel if you're using one, and loop it around the ball of your right foot. Okay, and just extend your heel up towards the ceiling. Try to reach your right sits bone forward. And then if you'd like a little more, extend the left heel forward. Just let that heel be heavy, but press it forward so the back of the left leg stays long. Draw your right leg in a little closer. Reach through your heel. The straps are going to come into your right hand, left hand to your left hip, and then just kind of let that leg fall out until you feel a stretch through the outside of the right hip. And then just use your left hand to kind of encourage that left hip down. Just a few breaths here. And then switch the strap into your left hand. I want you to take your right thumb into your right hip crease and just tack that right hip crease down and bring your foot just slightly across your body. So we're just trying to feel the stretch through the outer right hip and IT band, but keep both hips on the mat just to start. And breathe into that outer hip, trying to create a little more space and length. One more breath. And then now, if you like, you can take that foot all the way across your body into a twist. Maybe taking your right arm out to the side, just opening up into that right long. One more full breath here. And then slowly unwind, come back to center. We'll rebend the right leg. Release the strap. Plant the right foot and lift the strap around the ball of your left foot, extending that leg up towards the ceiling with your right. And then extend the right leg out, press the heel forward. And try to have enough tension in the strap that you feel a nice stretch through the back of your leg, but enough softness that you can just kind of let your shoulders, maybe even your elbows rest down. And the straps come into your left hand. We're going to let the left leg fall out to the left. And then right hand to the top of your right hip, just to kind of encourage that hip from rolling up. Keep reaching the right heel and the left heel forward. And slowly draw that leg back to the center. Strap comes into your right hand, left hand into your left hip crease. Just bring that foot across to the point where you feel some outer hip stretch. Hold there for a moment, breathe into it. And then let the foot come all the way across your body if you have the space. Find a little twist from here. Take one more full breath. On your inhale, slowly draw back up to center. Gently bend your left knee. Place your left foot down. Set your strap off to the side so it's out of your way. Hug both knees into your chest. Little tiny rock side to side. Just release out your lower back and maybe make circles with your knees if that feels good. And then eventually we'll make our way over to hands and knees. You can rock yourself forward and backwards. Swing over the legs or just bring them around. Find yourself in a tabletop position and just take a moment to kind of swirl it out here. Move through the wrists, shoulders, knees, hips. Just trying to create a little bit of fluid motion and wake the body up. And then go ahead, switch directions, take a few circles going the other way. And then find yourself back in neutral, so shoulders right over the wrists, hips over the knees. And then cat-cows from here. So as you inhale, just pull the heart forward, draw shoulder blades together, gaze lifts. And then exhale, draw the tailbone down, round the back. A few more like that. Notice if you can already feel more space in the low back, just by opening up the hamstrings. The hamstrings can pull on the lower back when they're tight, which can sometimes increase low back pain. So when we release the hamstrings, we also get to release the low back as well. 2 more rounds of breath here. finish your next exhale, just come back to a neutral spine. Now we would just extend the right toes back. So toes stay tucked on the mat for now, and then just little rocks forward and back. Kind of waking up the toes and the arch of the foot here. Just finding some space. Good, and then we're going to engage the right glute to pick that right heel up. So you'll feel the right glute turn on, try to draw belly towards the spine. Take a big breath in, get a little longer through that right leg. And then as you exhale, you're just going to start to draw your knee in towards your nose. And then inhale, extend that heel back. Same thing, exhale, draw knee towards your nose. One more time, inhale, extend that heel back. This time, as you exhale, take your knee really, really wide. And then see if you can step to the outside of your right hand. Okay, you might need to climb up onto your fingertips or even blocks if you have them to give you a little bit more space. You might want to scooch that left knee back just slightly. And then we're going to come onto the fingertips. Draw the shoulders back, broaden the collarbone forward. Just take a few breaths here, opening up in that left hip flexor, outer right hip. And then from here, all you want to do is straighten the front leg, flex the right toes so they draw back towards your face. Okay, hands can stay on the inside or one hand to either side of your foot, whatever you prefer. And then I want you to just rotate your thigh. So from the very top of your thigh bone, draw it all the way in, so your toes draw towards the midline of your mat, and then all the way out. Keep tacking the right hip back as you do this. So we're just kind of trying to find a deeper range of motion in the hamstring. I call this flossing the hamstring. It can be good to point out where your tight spots are. And then just breathe into them and try to find a little release. More breath. All right, and then we're going to crawl our way back into a low lunge. Plant the hands, just sweep the right foot back. Okay, tuck the toes to the mat again. This time spin the right heel down. Left knee is going to be directly underneath your left hip. You're going to reach your right hand to the sky. So a little modified side plank. Try to press through the outer edge of your right foot. Maybe reach that right arm overhead. If you wanted a little bit more, you could pick that right leg up. Find some balance. If you want more from there, you could pulse that right foot up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's all come back to all fours. A little cat cow here just to release. And then extend the left toes back when you're ready. Same idea, we're staying with the toes on the mat to start, just kind of rocking forward and back. Maybe getting a little crack out of the ankle or two. And then when you're kind of stacked right over the knee and the palms, go ahead and use the left glute to lift the left leg up. And I tend to do this a lot, like dropping into my low back. So really draw the navel in, try to create a nice flat low back. Hold that there as you breathe in. And then exhale, elbow to knee. And then inhale, extend that heel back. Sorry, exhale, knee to nose, pull it in. One more inhale, extend that heel back. And then take the knee out to the side and try to step it all the way to the outside of your left hand. And then just kind of create a little more space if you need to find that nice low lunge. Think about melting the hips forward, lifting the heart up, so it's a nice front body opening. And just feeling it out with your breath. Alright, slowly go ahead and start to send the hips back. So we're flexing the left toes and drawing the left hip crease back and keeping that hip tack back from the very top of your thigh. Toes go all the way in. Rotate the thigh all the way out. Oof, just notice where you feel that. Take about one more breath here. And then slowly make your way back into the lunge. Make sure your right knee is directly underneath your right hip. We're going to sweep that left leg back, glue the foot down to the mat, and then peel left hand to sky with modified side plank. Okay, same options before. You can stay here, really work at pressing that left foot into the mat, or maybe lift that left leg up. Maybe pulse the foot up. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and then on one, we'll all come back to all fours. One last little left cat-cow to release that. And then when you're ready, tuck the toes. This time we'll start to send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Feel free to pedal it out here, bending one knee at a time. I'll be doing a lot of modifications for pregnancy today, not for myself, but for pregnant members in the class. So if you are carrying, take your feet a little bit wider to create space for baby. And then really press into the hands, lift sits bones higher. All right, from here we're going to shift the weight into the left leg. Inhale, reach the right heel up and back. And as you exhale, big wide step of the right foot to the outside of the right hand. Okay, so back to that wide low lunge. You can walk that foot up if you need to. Come onto your fingertips, draw the heart forward, kind of sink the hips a little bit. So nice low lunge. And then as you exhale, we're going to push into the right foot, send the hips back, straighten the right leg. So it's this really wide pyramid. Let's hold this first one for a breath. And then on an inhale, just start to come back forward, lifting the heart, drop the hips. And exhale, send the hips back, real wide pyramid bow in. Move through that a few more times with your breath, just creating a little bit more space and heat in the legs. Okay. About 2 more times through. Next time you come into a lunge, we'll meet there. Bring hands to either side of the right foot, and then just slowly start to shift the weight into the right leg, picking your left foot up. You can walk your fingertips forward, bring your torso away from your right thigh. More like a standing L shape. And then we're going to walk the fingertips all the way towards the right edge of the mat. Okay, so peeling open through left side body. If you like, you can bend your knee and try to think about stacking the left hip over the right. So nice big side body opening. One more breath. And then walk your hands back to center. As you bring that left foot down, you're going to take your left toes directly behind your right heel. So it's like you're on a tightrope. Come onto your fingertips, inhale, reach the chest away from the thighs. And then exhale, just bow in, a little bit of a fold. And inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. One more like that, yeah, inhale, halfway lift. And this time as you fold, we're going to step the left foot next to the right, so we just come to a nice easy forward fold. Bend the knees, press down through the feet, nice and slowly. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand. Exhale, hands to heart center. Just take a breath here, and you notice the difference between the right and the left leg. Feel into that. And then on your next inhale, sweep the arms back up. And exhale, forward fold. Coming into a halfway lift as you breathe in. Exhale, we'll step the left foot and the right foot back to plank. If you want to take a regular vinyasa, feel free to lower down. If you want to take the prenatal variation, we'll take the knees down, and then you just drop forearms down underneath the shoulders. Press yourself back up to tabletop. Tuck the toes, hips up and back, downward facing dog. And then inhale, send your left leg up and back from downward dog. Exhale, nice big wide step, the left foot to the outside of the left hand. Okay, setting up for that wide low lunge. Sink the hips down, lift the heart up. And then use your left foot to straighten out that left leg, send the hips back that way. Nice and slowly come back to your lunge as you breathe in with the heart. And then exhale, really wide pyramid. Start to move through that a few more times, just following the pace of your own breath. in our lunge when you're ready. Hands to either side of the left foot, start to shift the weight into the left leg, kind of coming to that standing L shape. So use fingertips on the ground or maybe blocks under the hands to support you. And then start to walk fingertips over to the left side of your mat. Bend your knee and just think about peeling open through right side body. Bring the hands back to center, straighten out that right leg, and then right toes are going to come directly behind the left heel, like you're on a tightrope again. Come onto your fingertips, reach chest away from the thighs, and then exhale, fold in. 2 more like that. So on the inhale, press through the feet, find length through the spine. And exhale, bow in. 1 more inhale. This time as you exhale, land the right foot next to the left. Maybe take the feet a little wider if you need the space. Hold. Press down through the feet and rise all the way up to stand. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take 1 breath here. And ground down through the feet. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Fingertips to shins, find a halfway lift. Plant your hands, step the right foot and the left foot back to plank. Hold and plank for 1 breath. And then through your vinyasa, or if you want to modify, take knees down, forearms down. Press back up. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Two more full breaths in your downward dog. And start to lift the heels, bend the knees, look forward as you breathe in. Exhale, step your feet to the outsides of your hands. Okay, sink the hips low, fingertips to the ground to stay supported. Press down through the feet and push the knees outwards. So feel some rooting through the legs. Stay here for 3. Lift the heart a little more, last 2. And 1, press through the feet and rise all the way up to stand, big reach. And then exhale, come right back down through the center. Fingertips to the mat, inhale, straighten the legs, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step your left foot all the way back, so we're back in that wide low lunge. Come onto your fingertips, inhale, lift the heart. And then exhale, straighten your front leg. Back to your lunge as you breathe in. So you exhale, plant your hands, step the right foot back through your vinyasa or through the modified vinyasa. When you're ready from downward dog, inhale, reach the left leg up. Big step of that left foot to the outside of the left hand, onto your fingertips, inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, straighten the front leg. This time on the inhale, we'll come into our squat, so we'll come all the way forward, step the right foot to the outside of the right hand, sink the hips low. And then press into the feet, inhale, rise all the way up to stand, big reach. Exhale, right back down through the center. Come onto fingertips, inhale, halfway lift. Plant the hands, step the right foot all the way back. Lift the heart, breathe in. And then exhale, really wide pyramid. Inhale takes you back to your lunge. And then exhale, step the left foot back through your vinyasa. From downward dog, inhale, reach the right foot up. Exhale, step the right foot to the outside of your right hand. Lift the heart, breathe in. Exhale, pyramid. And then step all the way forward, sinking into squat. Press through the feet, inhale, rise all the way up to stand, big reach. And exhale, fold right back down through the center. Hands to the mat, inhale, straighten legs. Exhale, plant the hands, step both feet back, move through. 1 more vinyasa. From downward dog, we'll step the right foot in between the hands. Spin your back heel down for warrior two this time. So create this nice line from the front heel to the arch of the back foot. Ground into that back leg to rise up when you're ready. And so we want to land with the shoulders stacked right over the hips. Right toes and right knee tracking forward. And then just press into the right foot as you inhale, straighten the front leg, reach the hands up to the sky. And then as you exhale, we'll rebend the right knee, press the hands away from each other. Try that again. Inhale, straighten, reach up, get tall. Exhale, bend, push the hands away. One more, inhale. Exhale. This time as you inhale, left hand comes to your back thigh, reach the right arm up, but same length through that right side. And then as you exhale, tip the torso forward. You can take your right hand to your right shin, maybe fingertips to the mat or to a block. Left hand reaches up, triangle pose. Think about creating that length through both sides of your waist. And then just stay here and breathe. Ground down through the feet a little more. 2 more breaths. And inhale, sweep that left arm all the way overhead. So you exhale, you're going to take your left hand down, and then we'll walk the hands all the way around. Turn the right toes in, so all 10 toes face the left side of your mat. Come on, or press down through the feet, come onto your fingertips, lengthen the spine. And then exhale, fold from here. So let the crown of your head be heavy for a moment, really ground down through the feet. And then we're going to come back up to a halfway lift. This time we'll bend into the left leg, so the back leg. Okay, coming into this sort of low side lunge, or if you want to take full skandasana, sinking all the way down into this sort of like half squat. Right? Only if that works for you. If you feel like you're really unstable or your heel's lifting up, just stay up here and then work on opening up into that left inner thigh. If you're in skandasana and you feel pretty comfortable, feel free to take the left arm down, the right arm up, give yourself a little open arm twist. And if you're in the open arm twist, go ahead and bring that top hand down. We'll kind of use the hands to climb all the way back to a lunge facing the front of the mat. And then however you want to get out of this, you can step the right foot back, take a vinyasa. You can come straight to downward dog. Do what works for you, what feels good. And then when you're ready from downward dog, we'll step the left foot between the hands. Spin the back heel down, create that heel to back arch alignment. Rise up to warrior two when you're ready. Take a moment to steady yourself, root down through the feet. And then press into the left foot, big inhale, straighten the left leg, feel the thigh bone hug in as you reach up. Exhale, press the hands away, rebend. 2 more, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. This time reverse triangle, so right hand down, inhale, straighten the left leg, reach up. And then just start to tip the torso forward, and then all the way down into triangle pose. Really ground down through the feet to help you feel supported here. And then see if you can make your breath a little deeper. Bring a little more ease into this posture. On your next inhale, reach your right arm all the way overhead, big side leg stretch. And then let that hand come all the way down. Turn all 10 toes to the right, so we're back in that wide-legged fold. Come onto your fingertips, lengthen your spine. And then exhale, fold right down the center. If it feels good, maybe shake your head now. Nod your head yes, just a little release. Alright, and then come back onto your fingertips, lengthen the spine halfway up. We're going to do skandasana or low lunge to the back of the mat, so just sink into the right hip. Your left toes can stay on the mat, or you can flip the left toes up. And if you took it on the first side, feel free to come into that open arm twist if you're all the way down in skandasana. One more breath wherever you are. And then we're going to climb back towards the front of the mat. So use your hands to support you. Just kind of walk yourself all the way back forward into your lunge. And then step back, take a vinyasa, take whatever you want to do to come out of this. Another modification, you can come up, give yourself a little heart opener. And then hands down, downward facing dog when you're ready. Let's take that a little bit faster, so if you need to modify and go at a slower pace, feel free. You don't have to match me. On your next inhale, reach your right foot up and back. Exhale, step your right foot between your hands, spin the back heel down, rise up to warrior two. Stay for your exhale. Inhale, we'll take one, straighten the arms, reach up. Exhale, rebend. And then straighten the front leg, reverse triangle this time. Exhale, tip it forward, triangle pose. Just one full breath in, full breath out. On your inhale, rebend the right leg as you reach back up, reverse warrior. And then exhale, windmill the hands down to the mat, step back, take it through a vinyasa. From downward dog, when you're ready, reach your left leg up. And exhale, step your left foot between your hands. Back heel's going to come down. We'll draw ourselves up, warrior two. And press into the left foot, straighten the left leg, reach up. Exhale, land back into warrior two. Straighten your left leg, inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, tip it forward, triangle pose. Take a full breath here. Rebend into your left leg, inhale, reverse it. Exhale, windmill the hands down, step back, move through whatever you want to move through to come back to downward dog. One more time through that. Inhale, send the right leg up. Exhale, step right foot between your hands, spin your back heel down. Use an inhale to come up. Stay for the exhale. One time, inhale, straighten the front leg, reach. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse triangle, reach up. Exhale, tip it forward and down, triangle pose. Full breath in. Full breath out. Beautiful. Rebend that right leg. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Ride your exhale down to the mat, step back, take any variation of the vinyasa you like. And on your next inhale, send your left leg up and back. Exhale, step your left foot between your hands. Back heel comes down, use an inhale to come up, warrior two. Next inhale, straighten the front leg, reach up. Exhale, land back in warrior two. Inhale, reverse triangle, reach left arm up. Exhale, triangle pose. Full breath in. Full breath out. Rebend that left leg as you come all the way back up. Exhale, hands to the mat, step back, rinse that out. Alright, from here we're going to send the right leg up and back. Step the right foot in between your hands. We're going to come up to warrior two. And straighten your front leg. We'll tip it forward and down. Take one breath in our triangle pose. And then this time from here, we'll come back up. Take your hands to your hips for a moment, and then square your shoulders and your hips forward. So we're going to step this back foot up, maybe about a third of the way. Your feet will be facing forward, but a little bit of space between your heels, so it feels like you're still hip distance. Take your right hand, that will your right hand into your right hip crease. Just draw that hip crease back, so you'll feel left hip bone draw forward. Draw belly button towards the spine, reach the left arm up. Keep tacking that right hip back, and we're just going to start to take the crown of the head forward. Keep drawing right hip back, right hip back. Eventually, left hand comes down. We keep tacking the right hip back. And then start to turn your rib cage from here. Right, you can keep this right hand at your lower back for a little more support. You can take the right hand to the sky. If you need a little bit more space, try to print something underneath that left hand to give you just more room to turn open here. If you want to stay here, feel free to stay here. If you're looking for a little bit more balance work today, we're going to come into revolved half moon. So a little bend into your right leg. Just shift the right leg forward. Use the strength of the left glute to pick the left leg up. And then keep spinning that chest open. You're in revolved half moon with that back leg up a little bit higher. Last 2 breaths. Alright, and then slowly step that left leg back. And then we'll rise back up. Alright, so from here, we're going to shift the weight into the right leg, take hands to either side of the right foot, step, or lift the left heel up, find standing splits. And then deep bend of the right leg, step the left foot all the way back. Left knee is going to come down right underneath your left hip. Right hand under, or left hand underneath the left shoulder. And we're just going to sweep this right leg all the way back. Glue that foot down to the mat. Reach the right arm up, so we're back in this sort of modified side plank. If you like, you can lift the right leg up. If you like, you can bend the right leg, reach back and try to catch your foot. And then kick your foot into your hand, peel your chest open for a little quad opening. All right, all just options. One more breath wherever you are. Release that back foot if you have it. Take a big inhale, everybody reach the right arm overhead. And then exhale, right hand, right knee down. Take anything you want here. A vinyasa, a little shoulder opener. And then meet in downward dog when you're ready. From downward dog, send your left leg up and back. Exhale, step your left foot between your hands, bend the back heel down, come up to warrior 2. Straighten your front leg, inhale, reverse triangle. Then exhale, fall into triangle pose. Take a full breath here. And press down through your feet. Rise back up, hands to your hips. We're going to square the chest and the hips forward, stepping the back foot up about a third of the way. So bring your hands to your hips so you can actually feel your hip bones. And then keep the left hand at the left hip. Reach the right arm up, and I want you to feel that hip bone continue to tap back as we start to bring the chest forward. Yeah, you'll hit the end point of your reach, and then just bring the right hand down to the mat or maybe a block. Okay, try to keep that left hip drawing back, and then rotate the rib cage around. Just to the point where you feel like you're getting some outer hip stretch, maybe a little spinal opening, and then maybe left hand to sky or left hand to your sacrum. Remember, you can always try to bring something underneath that right hand to give you more space. Alright, those of you that tried it out on the first side, we'll start to shift the weight into the left leg. Reach that right leg up, engaging the glute. Awesome work, guys. Keep the breath going here. Last 3. 2. And on one, land the right foot down. Slowly make your way back up, everybody. And then we're just going to bow into standing splits from here. So hands to either side of the left foot. Just one big inhale to send that right leg all the way up. And And then bend the left knee, step the right foot back. Her right knee is going to come down underneath the right hip, plant into the right palm, and then send that left leg back. Okay. Once you've landed the left foot down, reach the left hand to sky. Same options as the first side, so if you want to stay in the side plank, stay here. If you want to lift that back leg, find that sort of modified Shavasana, feel free. Hold here for 3 breaths. Release that back leg if you have it. Find that full side body stretch. Breathe in. And then exhale, left hand, left knee to the mat. Feel free to take one more vinyasa if you want it. From your downward dog, take your feet wider. Okay, so almost like mats width apart. And then we're just going to start to walk the feet all the way up to the hands. So you can bend your knees as needed until eventually we find ourselves in a malasana at the top of the mat. I just want you to come onto your fingertips, press the feet into the mat and press the knees out. And then we're going to sink the hips down. Inhale. Exhale, straighten the legs, fold. 2 more like that. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, fold. Inhale. Going at your own pace, but trying to make it a little bit of a moving meditation here. You're kind of lost in the movement of the breath. Just about 3 more. And then from here, we're going to bring the hands to the inside of the right leg. Step your left foot all the way back. So we're back in that wide low lunge. This time, bring your back knee down. Okay? And then maybe try to scoot that knee back even further so that rather than being right on the kneecap, you're a little bit more to the top of the thigh. You're totally welcome to stay here and just work on dropping the shoulders back, finding some openness across the front of the chest. If you'd like to go deeper, feel free to drop one forearm down to the mat or to a block, maybe both arms down. If you want to get the quad stretch, you can plant the left hand under your shoulder, bend the back knee, reach back, see if you can catch the foot. And then if you find your foot, kick your foot into your hand, peel open. And so plenty of options for here, just work into wherever you want to go. Be here for about 3 or 5 more breaths. If you're holding that back foot, go ahead and gently release it. If you're on your forearms, start to walk back up to your hands. And we're slowly going to start to straighten that front leg, flexing the right toes in towards you, finding that half splits. If you're somebody who's working towards full splits and you have that in your practice, feel free. If you're working towards it, you can kind of like scooch the left knee back, take the right heel forward, or get some sort of hybrid variation. If you have blocks, a block underneath the thigh to rest onto can be super helpful here. I clearly don't have it in my practice, so this is where I'm at today. And just breathe into the right hamstring, left hip flexor. Seeing if you can let the right hip get a little heavier here, so even in the intensity of this posture, you find somewhere to ease, soften in. Take about 2 2 more full breaths. And then very slowly start to crawl your way back into a lunge. Move whatever props you have out of your way. When you're back in your lunge, just sweep that right knee back in line with the left. And then whatever you want to do from here, cat-cows, vinyasa, shoulder opener. So we start to use the transitions between sequences as a little reset to check in and notice what we need. It doesn't always have to be a vinyasa, but if you find you're avoiding the vinyasas, maybe see why that is and notice. Alright, and then once more we'll take the feet really wide and then just take that really slow crawl up to the top of the mat. This time we'll just kind of hang out in this really wide forward fold, so a little bend in the knees. Let the crown of the head be heavy. Maybe kind of bend one knee at a time, sway the hips side to side. Alright, and then come onto your fingertips, lengthen the spine. We'll step the right leg all the way back. Set the right knee down when you're ready. So we're back in that sort of long, low lunge. And then same options as the first side, so just take it wherever you went there. No need to rush into anything, just feel it out. You know, we'll be here for a little while, so let yourself ease into it, breathe. About 3 more full breaths. Slowly start to make your way out of that. Take as much time as you need to transition into the half splits. So straightening that front leg out when you're ready. And if you tried it on the first side, you're welcome to work towards the full splits from here. If you don't want to, you're also totally welcome to stay in the half splits. The idea in every posture is just to be somewhere where you can feel something. So that's going to be different person to person and day to day. And your only job is to check in with you and honor what your body needs on a particular day. Hug your inner thighs in towards each other a little bit more, so trying to find a little more energy and strength in the posture. And then look for places to soften around the edges. Relax the shoulders, the muscles of your jaw. Breathe a little deeper, last 3 breaths. Start to make your way out of that. Take all the time you need. And then last little opportunity to take a vinyasa, to take some cat-cows, to come up to your knees. Do a little shoulder opener. Yogi's choice. When you feel like you've kind of rinsed out that last posture, we're going to come to a seat. So, however you want to get there. And then either double pigeon, so the knees and ankles will be stacked, or just just sort of an easy cross-legged position. So if this feels comfortable for you to just kind of have this sort of wide, easy cross-legged stance, we'll be there. Otherwise, you'll take your right shin, flex your foot, place it down so it's kind of parallel to the front edge of your mat, so a little away from your body, and then catch your left shin and try to stack it right on top of the right. Okay? It's going to feel like a lot probably in the hips right here, so just work at kind of melting the hips down, creating a little softness, a little space. For those of you that would like to fold forward in your postures and you have that space, feel free. Otherwise, just stay upright, maybe close the eyes. Breathe into shape, about 5 more breaths. And slowly begin to bring yourself back up. You'll take your hands behind you. Separate the feet nice and wide, so like mat's distance apart. And draw your shoulders back, lift your heart, and then we're just going to windshield wiper the knees over to one side, and all the way to the other side. You can kind of press your pelvis forward, just get a little active release. Alright, and then try to remember which leg you did on bottom the first time, and we'll switch it. So I don't think I cued that. And then decide if you want to go back to that double pigeon firewalk shape or just switch the cross of your ankles. Root down through your sits bones, sit up nice and tall through the spine, lengthen through the back of your neck. Close your eyes if that feels comfortable to you, and just notice how that changes the perception of your posture. And then rather than thinking about what you should do, notice how you feel and just see what it feels like to come into the fold. Stay there if it feels okay. If it doesn't, honor that, come back up. Just a few more breaths. And then slowly start to make your way back up. One more time, we'll take the feet nice and wide. Windshield wiper the legs. We didn't really do much back bending today, so if you do want a little heart opener, turn your fingertips in towards you, plant your feet on the mat. Draw your shoulders back, lift the heart, hold here, or if you want more, press into the feet. Find a little reverse tabletop if that feels okay for you. Really draw the shoulder blades together with the heart. Just breathe for 3, 2, and 1. Lower the hips down. Cross the legs. Bring your left fingertips behind you, reach your right arm up, and then right hand to the left leg. Just a little easy twist here. And you can kind of drop right ear to right shoulder, left ear to left shoulder. Find a little neck release in the twist. Take one last goodbye exhale. And on your next inhale, back through center, reach both arms up. And then exhale, twist the other way. This time stay in the twist, but turn head all the way towards looking over the back shoulder. And all the way over the front shoulder. Just try that out a few times. Last breath. Inhale, coming back to center, reach the arms up one last time. Exhale, release. Come down to your back, start to set up for Shavasana. If it's comfortable to lie on your back. If you don't want to come down to your back, you can take any other resting shape that feels good, or maybe just stay up here for a seated meditation, and that's how we'll close out the class. So, and you either want to stay in a seated meditation, feel free. Otherwise, Shavasana, side lying pose, whatever feels really good to you right now. And wherever you are, trying to find some softness around the muscles that don't need to be working. Relaxing the muscles of the face, jaw, the neck. Letting go of the shoulders. And as you start to soften your muscles, just find more space to breathe into. Everything in life and our practice is a balance of effort and ease. So the hard work is over. Soak up this opportunity to rest. You right where you are. Start to slowly move your fingers and your toes. And lengthen out your breath again. In your own time, in your own way. And slowly make your way up to a seat if you're not there already. Feel Free to keep your eyes closed or just keep a soft gaze. When you found your seat, try to bring a little bit more ease into your posture, relax your shoulders, and a slightly taller spine. And bring your hands together at heart center. Take a moment to honor yourself for showing up to the mat, taking the time to take care of you. And we'll bring thumbs to third eye space, center of the forehead, lifting our hearts. We bow to ourselves and each other. Namaste.